Krishna. Now we do chapter 1, verse number 41. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnaanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro hyesham luptapindodakakriyaha. An increase of unwanted population certainly causes hellish life, both for the family and for those who destroy the family tradition. The ancestors of such corrupt families fall down because of the performances for offering them food and water are entirely stopped. So now, we just now saw in the previous verse, chapter 1, verse number 40, Krishna addresses Arjuna in the few verses ago that as Kaunteya. Krishna was calling Arjuna as Kaunteya, saying, "You are Kunti Putra, you are a Kshatriya, and you can't think of fighting? I mean, what are you talking?" Like that, in his expressions. So Arjuna has replied in verse 40 by addressing him as Varshneya. You are calling me Kshatriya and saying I am not doing the duty, but would you have destroyed your Vrishni like how you are making me do destroying of our Kuruvamsha? Like that, Why? Because in verse number 40, he gave an explanation that how if all the seniors die, then, the women may get polluted and therefore they will get unwanted progeny called Varna Sankara in Sanskrit. So now that topic is continuing here. So if such, if women are polluted and we get children from men who are not their husbands, then due to such Varna Sankara, though fathers who have already dead and gone, they will not get Pindadan. What is Pindadan? That is, according to Varnashrama, as we know, there are certain traditions, rules, and regulations, some samskaras. So there is Shraddha. Shraddha ceremony is that where we offer food and water every year to our Pitras. Every year once. Because for the Pitras, our 1 year is equal to 1 day. So every year we giving one time food is equal to every day giving them food and water. So when such Pindadan and when Shraddha, Lupta Pindodaka Kriya, Krishna says, in Bhagavad Gita, this verse number 41 says Lupta Pindodaka Kriya. That is, Arjuna is saying, means when when there is unwanted progeny, the Shraddha ceremony will stop because the children are born of a religion. Who's going to guide them? Who's going to bring the women back into control? So then what will happen? The Pitras, the forefathers who are there in Pitraloka will fall down to hell because we have not given them food and water. So, Prabhupada also explains that when such things happen, it's important that, when someone dies in the family, it's important that we do Shraddha, especially if we are not practicing devotees, especially if we are not bhakti yogis. Bhakti yogi means it's not a newcomer bhakti yogi. Bhakti yogi means a very purely fixed up bhakti yogi who has dedicated his life and goal to serve Krishna. To in such a bhakti yogi's house, he is not having any obligation to perform shraddha or anything, any puja to any demigod, any devata, to forefathers, to one's own family. There are no obligation for a pure devotee who has dedicated his life for, serving Guru and Krishna only. For them, there are no obligations. And Prabhupada is writing like that in the purport. Actually, he is quoting Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 11th canto, chapter number 5 and verse number 41. It says, Devarshi bhutaptan rinam pitrinam nakinkaro nayam rinicha rajan sarvatmanaya sharanam sharanyam gato mukundam parikritya kartam. Anyone, the meaning is, anyone who has taken shelter of lotus feet of Mukunda, the giver of liberation, giving up all kinds of obligation and has taken to the path in all seriousness. This is the important thing. If we take bhakti yoga in all seriousness, then such a person owes neither duties nor obligations to the demigods, sages, general living entities, family members, humankind, or forefathers. Such obligations are automatically fulfilled by the performance of devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, simply by serving the Lord, who is like the root of the tree, simply by watering the root of the tree, all the branches and twigs and leaves and buds get nourished. Like that, we all living entities are like small leaves and buds of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, if somebody is dedicating their life fully to please the roots called Supreme Personality of Godhead, then all the living entities, whether they are sages or family members or devatas, they're all like twigs and leaves and branches, all will be satisfied. So then, so the whole summary is that, this Arjuna was saying that if women become unchaste and if wrong children are born, unwanted progeny is there, and then they don't do, shraddha, then the Pitras will go down to hell, and because they go down to hell, I will also go to hell, because I am the cause of all these things. So then the next verse, number 42, chapter 1, verse 42. दोषैरेतैकुलज्ञानां वर्णसङ्करकारकै उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्मा कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वता. By the evil deeds of those who destroy the family tradition and thus give rise to unwanted children, all kinds of community projects and family welfare activities are devastated. So here community projects, are for the four orders of human society. That is, Prabhupada writes like that, combined with family welfare activities as they are set forth by institution of Sanatana Dharma or Varnashrama Dharma, are designed to enable the human being to attain his ultimate salvation. So you see, this Sanatana Dharma is, designed in such a way that we are told to follow either our Kula Dharma or our Jati Dharma. Jati Dharma is, the Dharma based on the caste, Kula Dharma based on the family traditions. So whatever we have been doing, whatever has been done from so many, generations of ours, we should continue to do. Why should we continue to do? So that it will gradually bring us to spiritual path. And why should we come to spiritual path? So that in spiritual path, when we become serious, we understand that, bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabaha. Means after so many lifetimes, one comes to, one gets knowledge and comes to understand that, for me, Vasudeva's son Vasudeva, Krishna is everything, and he surrenders to him. So when a person understands that for me Krishna is everything, and if he surrenders, Sa Mahatma, he is a Mahatma, he is Sudurlabha, he is very rare. So the whole goal of all these traditions, all this puja, all these religious rites, all these sanskaras, is only that gradually these things should bring us some knowledge with which we end up surrendering to lotus feet of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. So the whole purpose of all religious ritualistic activities is to at the end come to the point of surrendering to Vishnu to satisfy him, or surrendering to Krishna or Rama or Narsimha. Why? To satisfy Vishnu, to satisfy Krishna, to satisfy Narsimha Dev. So the whole purpose of our life is to please Krishna. If somebody understands that, and just in his grahastha as a family man or a family, as a wife, as a chaste wife, simply does all activities to please Krishna all the time, then such a person is also free from, doing all such ritualistic activities if they're all the time serving Krishna and Guru to please Guru and Krishna. So with that, we stop here and continue in the next video. Hare Krishna.